Welcome to another video about the 1988 Yamaha Inviter that just picked up a couple days ago. It is the 6th of January 2024 today, and I'm decided to put in a piece of safety equipment that I think all snowmobiles should have. Okay, on my Polaris Indy 440 I've got a tether switch on there, and this little antler right here, if you can see it in the light, very limited light, it plugs into that. What happens is it's a safety device in case I ever come off the machine. It pulls that out, and when that pulls out, it shuts the engine off.
Make sure that engine stops when that tether comes off.
That could save your life. What I want to do is I want to put one of those tether switches on this machine right here. So I ordered this kit. What we're going to do is put it on here, and I'm thinking right above the choke lever up here, up in this little area here, should be a pretty decent spot for it. So you want to find your coil wire, your hot wire coming off your CDI, which is usually going to be a brown wire. And I just stuck a temporary wire into the connector right there to show off. That's going to get loud, so watch your ears.
What you can't really hear me saying in the video is I'm touching this wire to this grounding screw here in order to shut the engine down, and that's how the kill switch operates.
And that's exactly what that tether switch does. When you ground out the CDI, it shuts down the engine. The same thing as your stop switch, same thing as your kill switch on the handlebar. They all do the same thing. So this gets wired in parallel with all of that. So let me get you guys set up in a tripod and I'll show you how this is done.
Let me interrupt this video with just a little bit of a voiceover here, and that's kind of a scary looking image on the screen, isn't it? Don't be scared, it's just a schematic of the entire wiring system on the 88 Yamaha Inviter. And the only areas we're really concerned about are the ones that are in the white areas. The ones in the gray are other systems, like the starting system, lighting, and other things of that nature. So what we're really worried about is what's on the lighter colored areas. And as you can see, as we kind of move up the screen a little bit, that's the main ignition switch we're looking at in the top center up there. And that tells you what different positions on the switch do. At the very top it says off, and that connects to ground in order to shut the engine off. What we want to do is actually move back down a little bit, and you can see we're going to tie in where it comes off the magneto on the schematic anyway. And as you can see, I've highlighted the new wiring that I'm putting in along with the new tether switch, and you can see that's grounded off to the same exact location as the coil actually. And it's a little bit more involved than just looking at a picture, but you kind of get the idea here of how this works and how it connects. So let's get back to the video and actually watch how it is done.
All right, so got some lighting set up out here, and yeah, it's dark out. Of course, it gets dark at 2 in the afternoon here in Wisconsin now at this time of year. But anyway, I want to put the switch someplace in this area right here. So first thing I want to do is reach behind the dash and make sure there's space back there. You don't want to be drilling into a fuel line or an oil line or electrical wire or anything like that. In this particular sled, there's a lot of room back there, so I think this switch will fit in there perfectly right in that area. So, unconventionally, I took a 5/8 Forstner bit, because that's how big around the opening is for this, 5/8 of an inch. And I twisted the handlebars a little bit that way so I had room to get in there with my drill. And I believe this is going to be it right here. There's no turning back now. Once I pull the trigger, we're in. There, no turning back. Lots of shavings will get rid of that. And just to make sure, I'm going to take the switch and stuff it in this way, and it fits perfectly. So now, I'm just going to reach behind the dash with the switch in hand. This could be kind of fun fishing this all up through there. And keeping it all straight so it goes in there straight. Okay, I had to reposition myself a little bit. It's a little bit more cramped in there than I thought, but there it is. Put in. Now, just gonna find the nut, put it on there, tighten it down. There it is. And just like that, we're in. There. Just like that, and this way when I come off, I hit you guys, didn't I? Okay, now we get to do the wiring part. Okay, so what I need to do is take this white wire, splice it in with this brown wire that comes off the coil, and then attach this I-ring to the ground on the coil. And that should make it work. So let me get some tools out here and get that done. Okay, we have determined that this is the wire off the CDI going into the ignition switch, and I'm going to do a temporary thing on this. I will come back later on, do it proper, and shrink wrap it. What I'm going to do is just strip back a little bit of this wire right here. Strip back a little bit of this one right here. There we go. And I need to cut the barrel connector off of this one. Strip that one back a little bit. A little bit more than that. There we go. That should be sufficient. I'm going to take all three of these wires and twist them together. First go. And one more connection we have to make is over here on the ground. And that's the simple, easiest one actually. Find a screwdriver. And you guys, yeah, you can see what I'm doing there. I'm going to loosen that. Take that screw. Why not ground it right where the coil itself is grounded? We won't have to cut that lug off because that'll go under that screw. Right along with the factory grounding. Put it through there just like that. Put it back in the hole, tighten her down. And now I'm ready to give it a test, just to make sure that it is going to work. Okay, so the tether switch is connected. That should shut it off when I pull it off. Key switch on, handlebar switch turned on, which you guys can't see, but trust me, it's on. Let's start it up. You got, yep, you're right. You caught me. I did not plug the switch back into the wiring harness. So yeah, I knew that. I just want to make sure you guys knew. Oh. Yeah. All right, so she should fire up. That's just like uptown. Okay, and of course it won't start now because we don't have that connected. That on, and we have success. Now what I need to do is I'm going to go back in and get the shrink wrap, some solder, fix that up, and make this proper. Close the hood down. Now if it works with the hood closed, we'll know we did it right. Alright, so that is it. I'm going to call this a success. Tether switch successfully installed on the 1988 Yamaha Inviter.